What's up YouTube, Jeff back again from dopetechdaily.com. Today I'm bringing you guys my biggest case video for the Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus yet. Today I'm bringing you my best drop protection cases for the Galaxy S9 series. Now this video is going to feature probably, I don't know, like 10 cases, so I'm not going to have a lot of time to spend on each one. All the links will be in the description. The first thing I want to mention is that all of these cases are at least 10-foot drop tested, which means that you do get really good drop protection from them. They also have another thing in common, which is that most of them have a very thin profile, because I'm a very big fan of the thinner cases. I have a couple that are a little thicker that are the OtterBox cases they sent me. I know a lot of people prefer those, so I will show those off. But I try to keep a thin profile, at least 10-foot drop protection. Otherwise, I tried to get a nice variation between the brands and everything else. So let's get right into it. All the links will be below if you guys want to check them out, the prices and everything like that. The first series I want to talk about is the Tech21 series that I've been using. They sent me out a bunch of cases, but my two favorite cases that they sent me, first is the one that's right here. This is the Evo Maxx. It has a 14-foot drop protection, scientifically proven. They test this over and over again in the lab. It's also incredibly thin, has a lifetime warranty, and also just looks badass in my opinion. I really like sort of the speckled look on the back, a little bit of see-through at the top, and the frosted on the bottom. The Tech21 branding looks really nice. The buttons are really responsive, tactile. You've got a really nice lip around front here, top and bottom, so you don't have to worry about the edges touching the table if you sit this down, even if you don't use a screen protector, because I don't really like using screen protectors. 14-foot drop protection, very impressive. This is probably the highest drop protection case with the slim profile that I've seen. The other one they sent me that also has really good drop protection but has a little bit of a different feel, this is 12-foot drop protection, again from Tech21. This is the Evo Lux, and this guy right here has got vegan leather, very similar profile to the one I just showed you with the Evo Maxx. So if we take this, put it on real quick. The other thing I really like about most of these cases that I'm going to show you today is that, again, these are my favorites. And another thing I really like is I like cases that are easy to take on and off because I like to switch cases a lot. Look at that beautiful vegan leather on the back. It just shines. This is going to age really well. Also, you don't have to worry about moisture or any problems like that. Tech21 branding on the bottom. Really nice indentation for the fingerprint sensor. Again, you have that nice lip around front. All of the cases I'm going to show you pretty much have that. So those are both from Tech21. Really like their Evo Lux and Evo Maxx series. Very good. The next one I want to show you really quick is actually on my smaller Galaxy S9. This is from Speck. This is their Folio series, which has a couple of unique features. The first one for the Folio is, again, this is also made of a nice leather that's not going to weather if you get it wet or anything like that. It's not, genuine leather, of course, otherwise that would end up getting really messed up if it got wet. But what I really like about it is that it has this little hidden compartment in the card slot case, and it's actually really well done. It snaps shut, and you can actually insert a card there. Also, the card doesn't necessarily have to rest against your phone like it does in a bunch of these other cases that have the same sort of compartment, because this closes back really nicely. You got a soft material there on the inside. The flap does shut, of course. You got some Speck branding right there, cutouts on the bottom for all of your ports. The other thing is this can be used as a stand, so if you want to watch media in landscape orientation, it's a very stable stand too. So that's one of the things I like about it. Some of the Samsung official cases have stands, and a couple of them are not really that stable. Cutouts on the back, of course, for your fingerprint sensor, flash, everything like that. A very nice looking case and a couple of unique features for a Folio case. The next ones I want to talk about are the OtterBox. So I personally like the OtterBox Symmetry, which is this first one. There's also the Commuter, which I'll take a look at here in a second. But the Symmetry is the one I've been using the most and the one I've spent the most time with. The Symmetry is a one-piece case, which is kind of rare for OtterBox because they typically make two-piece cases. So this slips on just in one piece. Again, I really like being able to take these on and off easily. And it gives you really nice protection because it still has the soft TPU with the hard shell on the back, even though it's a one-piece case. It also gives it a slimmer profile than some of the other OtterBox cases like the Defender and even the Commuter, which I'll show you in a second. Buttons are really tactile. Again, the lip around front is really nice. This comes in a wide array of colors. It's another thing I like. It's probably my favorite OtterBox case. The only downside of this case is it does not work with certain tempered glass screen protectors. I personally am not a huge fan of tempered glass because the curved edges just typically don't work that great with tempered glass. So for me, it's not a huge deal, but if you want to use a tempered glass screen protector, that might be a problem for you. The Commuter case is a bit thicker, and obviously it's a two-part case, so OtterBox is well known for their two-part cases. This one has the soft TPU on the inside, and it breaks apart from the hard shell on the back. So one thing you do want to mention is that they have the flaps on the bottom, so when you put the case on, you do have to slide this in with the bottom first, and then slide the rest of the case sort of around the bottom. So this does take a little bit more work, as you can see. Obviously, because of these little cutouts here on the bottom, it does take a little more work to take on and off. This is not a case that you would want to switch out all the time. It's a case that you would probably want to put on your device and leave it on there for a while. But a lot of people like the Commuter series and also their heavier protection, which is the Defender series. They do give you great protection. The only downside is what I just mentioned, is you're going to have to spend some time taking it on and off. And since I like to switch cases so much, it's probably not the best case for me. So those are the OtterBox cases. The next series I want to talk about is the Urban Armor Gear series. Now this is the Plasma series. If you guys have been following my channel from the beginning, you know I'm a huge fan of Urban Armor Gear. This is the Citron color, which is kind of like a green color. It looks great with the black. The real appeal of the Urban Armor Gear is it's got that tactical look. Like if you were in the military, you could carry this and fit right in. It's also got great drop protection, military standard drop protection. You've got reinforced corners on all of the edges, really nice lip around the front. The buttons on these have probably the best responsiveness of any that I've used. The cutouts are always on point. I've actually dropped my phone quite a few times in a plasma case over the lifetime of my channel, and I've actually seen my phone survive. So I know these guys work, and they work well. UAG also has a couple of other cases this year that they've put out for the Galaxy S9. They also had these cases available, I think, for a couple of other phones that were in 2017 as well. And those cases are the Plyo case. This is actually my least favorite of the Urban Armor Gear cases just because it doesn't have the same sort of tactile feel to the buttons, and it also doesn't have that tactical look that you see on the Plasma case with sort of the faux screws and everything like that. But one advantage is you can see the phone. It is see-through completely. You have some UAG branding on the bottom. So if you got the purple one, you want to see your color, you can easily do that with the clear version. There's also a blue version of the Plyo case as well. There's a lot of options when it comes to the colors. This is basically just a clear version of this guy without the tactical look. Still get the same protection. And then their most expensive case is the Monarch case. They've had this one for quite a while now, but the Monarch does have great protection and also looks a little more luxurious than the other cases in the UAG series. You can see right there they've got sort of a leather on metal feel on the back, so you've got various different textures. You've also got an added piece of grip on the TPU along the sides. The buttons are still really tactile, same raised up lip around the front, and also the same reinforced corners. This one does have a nicer sort of divot into the fingerprint sensor as well. This one I think looks the best, but again, at $70 or $50 or $60, it's a very expensive case. So you have to decide if the look is worth it. You really get the same protection on all three of these cases. And then the final third-party case that I want to talk about is the VRS Design HiPro Shield. I've also been rocking with VRS Design since the beginning. Their HiPro Shield has always been one of my favorite series. As you can see, this one's got a nice sort of inner side TPU. It's also got a nice plastic bumper around the outside. This one's probably one of the most minimal cases in the lineup. It also slides on and off very, very easily. They've got quite a few two-tone color options to choose from. I kind of wish I had taken the black to show that off. Some VRS Design branding on the back. Nice textured back here. Slopes into the fingerprint sensor. All the buttons and cutouts are on point. This one does have a smaller lip than some of the other cases, so you might want some kind of screen protector with this one. But otherwise, a very minimal case, much thinner than a few of the ones from UAG and also the ones from OtterBox. And then the last case I want to mention here is the first-party case from Samsung. So that's it for the third-party cases. But the last one I want to mention is the protective cover from Samsung. I've been using this one since I did my original review. I have a single video review of this one if you want to check it out. This is a great case. It slips on and off very easily. I did drop it onto my carpet, not from a really far distance, maybe 5 feet. No problems. And overall, I really like the kickstand feature. The kickstand on this particular case is very, very stable. So if you want to watch media, it's a great option. Much better than the kickstand feature and the landscape media viewing features on some of the other Samsung first-party cases. A lot of people didn't like the back because it doesn't have a textured back, but I've gotten used to it. Haven't had any problems. The cutout for the fingerprint sensor with the divider is also really nice. So this is another one of my favorite drop protection cases if I had to pick. Well, anyway, that's pretty much it. So those are my favorite drop protection cases that I've seen so far. We've got UAG, we've got Speck, we've got the Samsung official case, we've got the OtterBox cases as well. And I will drop the link below to all of these if you want to check them out, the prices and all the other various specs. If you guys have any questions for me that I didn't fully go over in the video, like about wireless charging for a particular case or something like that, you can hit me up and I'll definitely get back to you. I've used all of these cases, and so I should be able to get the answer for you. You can find me over at dopetechdaily.com, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter. The link's in the description. Also find me writing over at gadgethacks.com where I write about Android. I really appreciate you guys checking it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.